From the campus of the UNLV Rebels, it's time for Hawkeye Volleyball. Welcome to day 2 of the Rebel Classic, where the 1-0 Hawkeyes take on the Utah Tech Trailblazers from the Western Athletic Conference. I'm John Evans here courtside at the Cox Pavilion to bring you the action today. New faces and familiar faces contributed to the Hawkeyes' season-opening sweep of UNLV yesterday. Sharday Van Zandt, transfer from Chattanooga, led the Hawks with 11 kills and 5 digs. And Alyssa Warden did a bit of everything, picking up 9 kills, 7 digs, 4 blocks, and 2 assists. Claire Emerald dished out 28 assists and displayed some timely offense for the Hawks with 6 kills. New libero Milana Moisio led Iowa with 11 digs. Hannah Whittingstall and another newcomer, Carmel Varez controlled the net, each with 6 kills, Whittingstall with 8 blocks and Varez with 7. Utah Tech will pose a different challenge today with a ton of returning production, including preseason WAC Player of the Year Kennedy Knutson, who set the Utah Tech single-season kill record in 2024. It's the Trailblazers and the Hawkeyes coming up from the Cox Pavilion here in Las Vegas. We'll see a similar starting lineup for Iowa, as they will come right back out with Milana Moisio as the libero, Claire Emerald, Hannah Whittingstall, Carmel Varez, Greta Schlichter, Sashka Stojanovic, and Alyssa Warden. Emily Lavin is also in the libero jersey as well. She may serve just a little bit. Utah Tech starting lineup being announced right now. We'll try to get all of it, and then I'll keep you up to date there. Iowa in black today, libero in white. Utah Tech in white with red numbers. 2 liberos for Utah Tech as we watched them play yesterday. And they seem to run a serve-receive libero and a passing libero. So the starting lineup: Kalinani Watson, Taylor Snow, Tessa Traynor, Nana Asiata, Marley Rowe, Maya Lofiso, Cassidy Freed, and Kennedy Knutson. The libero there was Maya Lofiso. Teams finishing up their huddles. Utah Tech beat Cal State Bakersfield yesterday. Before I get into that, Quickstar is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye Volleyball. Find the nearest Quickstar location at quickstar.com. But yesterday, straight set win for Utah Tech over Cal State Bakersfield. Kennedy Knutson led the Trailblazers. She had 11 kills, hit just 176 yesterday, as Utah Tech hit 272 on the match, holding Bakersfield to 144. Taylor Snow had 7, Tessa Traynor had 6, Cassidy Freed had 6, and Sydney Reese had 5. Balanced attack. Last year, Utah Tech was very one-dimensional. Kennedy Knutson set the single-season Utah Tech record for kills, so she will see a lot of balls. She had over twice as many swings as anybody else yesterday. Iowa was well distributed yesterday. Van Zandt and Warden 27 and 22 swings. Amaral 13, Whittingstall 11, Varez 15, Stojanovic 11. Watson to serve for the Trailblazers to get started here on a Saturday afternoon. The sophomore knocks it down the line at Moisio. Emerald goes to the right to Varez. She goes off the tape. Diving dig there from Watson. Platformed over. Iowa gets the free ball. Schlichter, Emerald, Stojanovic gets her first kill. Had a tough day yesterday. Had to remind Had to remind Coach Barnes that it was actually, she's been around the program a year, but had to remind Coach Barnes yesterday it was her first time actually on the court live. Whittingstall comes in for her. Moisio goes back to serve. She knocks it over. Not a great pass. Middle attack slapped over. Amaral gets it. Moisio steps in. Fares from off the court gets the kill. Good swing from Carmel, and it's 2-0 Hawks. Mo sends a floater over, uses the middle, pushed over, and Iowa not ready for it as Marley Rowe just dumps it over. Good play from the setter. Utah Tech runs a 6-2, so back row setter. Iowa was not ready for that. Lofiso now the libero, back to serve. 2-1 Iowa. Winner of this match in the driver's seat to win the tournament. Warden, bad pass. Whittingstall platforms. Warden off the net. Hits it into the net. Tied at 2. One of the things Iowa did fairly well yesterday is not make unforced hitting errors. Put the ball in play. And made UNLV score. Lofiso floats it over. Warden takes it. Good ball. Whittingstall out of the middle. Hammers it home. Hannah Whittingstall drives it home. Fares will leave. Jamie Marquardt will enter. Marquardt pops it from the 5 spot, pretty much right down the line. Tough pass, middle attack slapped over. Marquardt's there. Amaral slaps it over, but she's dug up by the setter. Knutson, diving play from Marquardt. Warden off the net, rolls it into the block. Asiata hung in the air a long time, slapped it right back down on the Iowa side. And one of the things that Utah Tech is very good at is blocking. So I will have to get a measurement of that. Tahani Waters now to serve. She'll set from the back row. Tied at 3. Knocks it over at Marquardt. Amaral middle of the floor. Whittingstall on the slide. Catches the back line. Warden knocks it right down the line. Good pass from Knutson. Whittingstall with the block on Snow. Warden serves it well long. 5-4 Iowa leads after the service error. Kennedy Knutson, the 5'11" do-everything player, serves it over. Good serve, but a good pass. Amaral outside Van Zant, and she's blocked. Reese and Snow with the block, tied at 5. Knutson slaps it at Marquardt. Good ball, middle of the floor. Slide, Whittingstall. Hannah scores again. 6-5 Iowa. Whittingstall back to serve. Stojanovic back to the front row. Whittingstall pops it into the net. Couple of service errors for Iowa. We're tied at 6. Taylor Snow back to serve now. Pops it right down the line. Good pass. Amaral. Back row to Warden. She sails it long. Third hitting error for Alyssa. She's just trying to find her range here. Utah Tech with their first lead at 7-6. Snow. Decent pass this time. Van Zandt off the net, chops it across. She's dug up by Trainer. Right side's pushed over. Marquardt's there. Amaral back sets to Van Zandt, who has to use the left hand. A lot of scramble. Back row, Knutson rolls it. Moisio's there. Back row, Warden. That time she catches the back line. Tied at 7. Varez comes back in. Marquardt leaves. Claire Amaral back to serve. Claire pops it over. Good pass, though, from Trainer. Slapped over. Scramble. Van Zandt will get a swing. Blows up the libero, but that's going to get up in the air. Not quite over, though, so give Van Zandt the kill. Eight, 7 Iowa leads. Amaral goes at Trainer again. Middle attack, that's a good swing there. Give the kill to Freed there. Tied at 8. Marley Rowe back in. 8 apiece. Taking a long time to get this serve up. Fires it right down the line. Good pass from Van Zandt. Amaral, but Stojanovic just has to slap it over. Setter out of play. Moisio overpass. Right side swing coming. Dug up by Amaral. Moisio chases it down, and the Hawks will platform it over. Great play there. Can the Hawks capitalize? Stojanovic gets the block! Hawks win the scramble. 9-8 Iowa. Sashka takes care of the block one-on-one. Van Zandt, good strong serve. Bad pass from Trainer. Knutson from the back row, misses long. 10-8 Iowa. Van Zandt again, right down the line. Trainer, good ball this time. Right side swing is a bad set, but it's in play. Amaral across to Warden, one-on-one. She scores. It's 11-8 Iowa. And Coach Hafoka up off the bench quickly. She'll call timeout. 11-8 Iowa, 3 in a row here. As Iowa finding a bit of a rhythm. Here in Iowa we grow corn, but the truth is corn grows Iowa. It feeds our livestock, nourishes our families, and provides homegrown, clean-burning, unleaded 88 for our vehicles. Pump it up with unleaded 88. Go to iowacorn.org to learn more. Just a reminder, Quickstar is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye Volleyball. Find the nearest Quickstar location at quickstar.com. 11-8 Iowa here in the first set. Iowa hitting .235, 8 kills, 4 errors. Good job of blocking so far from Utah Tech. They've got a couple of blocks. But Iowa holding Utah Tech so far to 2 kills and 3 errors, as Iowa also has a couple blocks. Whittingstall with 3 kills, Warden with 2. Van Zandt, Varez, and Stojanovic 1 apiece. 5 assists for Amaral, a couple digs for Claire as well. Mo Moisio with 2 digs also. Come out of the timeout here. 11-8. First set action. Both teams 1-0 here in the Rebel Classic. Iowa took down host UNLV yesterday. Utah Tech beat Cal State Bakersfield in straight sets. Van Zant right down the line again. Trainer well off the net, right side swing, pushed over, Van Zant's there. Amaral outside to Warden, off the block and scores. 12-8 Hawks, good swing there for Alyssa. After 3 errors on her first 3 swings, she's now got 3 kills on her next 3 swings. Van Zandt again, right in front of her bench, goes cross court this time. Bad pass from Trainer again as they tried to hide her. Knutson catches the line. Good back row swing there. Iowa was going to focus on Trainer. They'll take her out of the game here now as Watson will come in. 12-9. First kill for Knutson. Watson fires it at Warden, overpass. And that was the thing that Coach Barnes mentioned in pregame scout. That overpass. As Freed puts the overpass away, 12-10. Didn't get aced, but got to keep that playable for Amaral. Watson again, right at Warden again. Much better ball. Right side to Varez. Blocked straight down. As that's Kennedy Knutson with the main work of the block. Freed gets she'll get an assist, 12-11. Watson again. 3 straight now for the Trailblazers. Moisio, good ball. Right side of Varez again. Not this time. Varez gets it done. She might be Iowa's tallest player. Listed at 6'3" on the roster from Estonia. 13-11 Iowa. Little cleanup on the floor here from some sweat. Moisio to serve. See who Iowa picks on now with Trainer on the bench. Goes right down the line. Catches Freed, actually. All the way across to Knutson. Push to the Iowa side. It's a mad scramble. Knutson has to tip. Dug up. Warden through the block. Good hands from Freed. Two-hand push over, not called a double. Amaral Tavares off the net, but blocks up high. Uses high hands and ricochets all the way over the back row. 14-11. Varez with 3. Knew this team was going to make Iowa scramble. Scrappy, experienced team. Moisio, bad pass from Watson. Kennedy pushed over. Right side to Warden, or through to Warden. That ball was down. Not her best swing. Caught the tape, snuck through the block. Fell in front of the back row. It's 15-11. Four kills now for Warden. Moisio again. Right down the line. Bad pass again from Watson. Knutson through the block. Dug up by Schleister. Warden rolls. Blocked. That ball's up. That's pancaked up. Hawkeyes, too much cheering, not enough playing. Warden, big swing. Sails it over the block. No touch called. Iowa's going to argue that the ball was down, and then they're going to argue that it was touched. Used to be you could challenge, you basically got to challenge the whole play. Now, so we'll see how we get here. Knutson had the pancake, and it was one of those where you see players practice it all the time, where she had time to see it, react to it, and get her hand down low. The touch, I'm not sure either, though, so we'll see. 15-12 is the way it works if it stays the Alyssa Warden hitting error. Warden with 4 kills, Whittingstall 3, Varez with 3. Iowa 12 kills in their 15 points so far, so Iowa doing the work. Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield knows you're here for every moment, every touchdown and every tackle. Wellmark is here for every moment too, with health coverage you can count on. Find the right plan for you at wellmark.com/touchdown. Speaking of touchdowns, Iowa leads Albany 10-7 back at Kinnick Stadium in Iowa City. As Williams with a touchdown run for the Hawks. Short touchdown run gave the Hawkeyes the lead halfway through the second quarter. Mark Gronowski struggling just a little bit in his debut for the Hawks. I'm sure he'll find a way to get it going. We're still at the table, looking through for the challenge. On a down ball, any part of the ball just has to touch the floor. So it's not the whole ball. Any part of the ball touches it, even if it hits mostly hand. She walks to that side, points it down. Hawkeyes will get the kill. So roll back. So 16-11 now Iowa leads. That's a big change. And Moisio will stay at the service line. Typically, the scoring, they just flip it around, and Warden will get the kill for that, whether or not she was the one that did hit it. Moisio goes at Watson. Knutson, big swing off the block and scores. She's 5'11", so she's undersized by Big Ten standards, but she does not take a shy rip. She gets after it. Lofiso now, the libero, back into serve. 16-12 Iowa leads. She fires it over. Schleister, good pass. Amaral, Varez off the block. Iowa can't cover. Another thing that Iowa talked a lot about was being ready to cover, as that was Knutson and Snow with the block. 16-13. Like Laufiso was saying it wrong. Warden steps in. Amaral misses Whittingstall, but they make the connection enough. Knutson's tight, use their left hand. Whittingstall one hand. Amaral to Warden has to roll it over. Knutson with the dig. Tight ball, push to the back, and what a heads-up play there from Marley Rowe. Two-hand push to the back corner right in front of the Hawkeye bench. Positioned it perfectly at 16-14. Laufiso comes forward again, fires it over. Schleister, good ball. Amaral to Whittingstall, misses wide. A little behind her, and she took a big full swing at it anyway. Now it's 4 straight for Utah Tech. 16-15, Iowa still leads. Laufiso hops forward, knocks it into the net. First service error for the Trailblazers, stops a run, 17-15 Iowa. Varez will leave. Marquardt comes in, she'll serve. Marquardt pops it right down the line. Good ball. Outside to Knutson, she's blocked. Whittingstall and Amaral get the best of Knutson, 18-15. Hawkeye's been picking on Watson. Basically, whatever person's in this rotation, they've been going after. Marquardt hops forward, goes at Watson, who tries to play it with hands. Bad pass. Knutson will roll it over. Moisio. Amaral takes a swing. Good hands up. Knutson will get a rip at it. She tips wide. Amaral's first real swing as she ripped at it. 19-15 Iowa leads. And Coach Hafoka will call timeout. Iowa up by 4 here in set 1. University of Iowa Healthcare is here for you no matter where you are in the state, changing medicine and changing lives for all of Iowa and beyond. Visit uihealthcare.org. Five kills for Alyssa Warden, 3 for Whittingstall and Varez. Iowa, 13 kills on the match so far, just 6 for the Trailblazers. So 11 assists, 5 for the Trailblazers. Neither team with an ace. Iowa has 2 service errors. Utah Tech has 1. Iowa 13 digs, Utah Tech just 9. 3 blocks for the Hawks, 4 for the Trailblazers. Knutson and Snow have teamed up for 3 of those. Sydney Reese and Cassidy Freed have another block. As the teams come out of the timeout. Looking around the Big Ten, Minnesota beat Ball State 3-0. Miami of Florida took down Ohio State 3-0. Oregon beats Prairie View 3-1. Michigan beats Wake Forest 3-1. Northwestern takes down Eastern Washington 3-0. And Indiana sweeps Virginia Commonwealth. North Carolina beat Maryland 3-1. Some other action going on right now that we'll talk about after the serve. Marquardt goes cross court, diving play. Hawks get another block. That one's Warden and Whittingstall. They block Asiata. And it's 20-15. Hawks with their 4th block of the match. 15 blocks yesterday for Iowa. Marquardt goes right down the line, makes Knutson play it. Good ball. Right side swing. Warden one-on-one. Block, dug up, but overpass. Knutson tips off the block. Marquardt can't get there. Great diving play. And again, Knutson has a deep and full toolbox as she just pushes that off the outside hand. 20-16. Iowa still leads. Tahani Waters will come in. She'll serve. Waters pops forward. Marquardt, good ball. Outside to Warden, but behind her. But boy, the timing was a little funny, and that made the block really well off the net. And so Warden almost got a hitting line, even though it was off. Her 6th kill makes it 21-16. Schleister leaves. Van Zant comes back to the front row, and Warden goes back to serve. Alyssa pops it down the line. Knutson has to play it with a platform. Great tip, but Moisio's there. Amaral gets it to Van Zant off the net. Good roll, but dug up by Laufiso. And the Hawks aren't there on the setter dump again. Waters puts it in the campfire. (21-17). That'll send Knutson back to serve and bring Trainer back to the front row. Knutson rolls it forward, fires the serve into the top of the tape and falls back on the Trailblazers side, 22-17. Stojanovic back in, Moisio leaves, and Whittingstall heads to the service line. Hawks by 5 here late in set 1. Whittingstall puts that one over. Good ball from Laufisa. It's tipped over. Amaral's there. Marquardt steps in, gets a good ball out to Van Zant. Tries to throw it off the block. Hawks get it in the air. Oh, Hawks almost caught a break as Reese went up and pushed it over as Iowa wasn't going to get to that one. So give Reese the kill, 22-18. Snow's going to leave now. And IK will come in to serve. Mahialani Ike. A couple of these Hawaiian names are going to give me fits. She fires it into the net. Boy, tough service there. Bad timing for a couple of errors from Utah Tech, 23-18. Varez back in. Marquardt heads to the bench. Claire Emerald to serve. Hawks 2 points away from set one. Emerald pops a good flat serve, and that's the Hawkeyes' first ace. Goes right at Trainer again. Hawks have found a target they like. And she's going to get worked. 24-18. Lefty Emerald fires it. This time she misses her, hits Knutson. Back row for Knutson, has to push it over with two hands. Uses Emerald though. Moisio back behind her to Van Zandt, who pushes to the corner, dug by Knutson. Right side swing behind, dug by Warden. Moisio's got time. Good ball to Van Zandt. Good sharp cross. Boy, that ball looked down, but it's up in the air, platformed over by Laufiso. Varez, Emerald, Stojanovic. Good dig. Platformed over. Warden, Emerald outside to Van Zandt. Off the block. Good hustle there. Knutson with a good push. Misses wide, no touch, and that'll be set one. Big swing from Reese goes wide. Iowa takes the first set, 25-18. And we'll take a short break. We'll be back right. Give me 90 seconds and we'll be back. Hawks lead 1-0 over the Utah Tech Trailblazers. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield. Welcome back to Hawkeye Volleyball. I'm John Evans. Hawks take set one from the Trailblazers, 25-18. Hawk fans, enjoy your home away from home at Coralville's all-suite Homewood Suites IRL and Home to Suites Hilton Hotels. Relax in spacious suites and kitchens and enjoy free breakfast, 24-hour gym, pool, hot tub, and more. Perfectly located for your next Hawkeye visit. And also a big thank you. Quickstar is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye Volleyball. Find the nearest Quickstar location at quickstar.com. Strong first set for the Hawkeyes. Alyssa Warden with 6 kills. Whittingstall and Varez 3 apiece. As Iowa has 14 kills, 1 ace serve, and 4 digs. 4 blocks. Throw in 17 digs. And Iowa dominates set one, even though they only hit 167. They held Utah Tech to 0-30 to put themselves in a good spot here in Las Vegas. Cox Pavilion, a nice building. It's attached to the Lloyd Noble Center. There's a UFC fight going on later is what we've determined. Always something going on in Vegas. Teams pop out of their huddles. Iowa rolls out the same starting lineup for set 2. Be Schleister, Whittingstall, Amaral, Warden, Varez, and Stojanovic. Moisio will come in for Whittingstall in the back row. And that will be your Hawkeye 6. Looks like we've got a similar 6 on the Utah Tech side as well. And Greta Schleister. Syracuse and Germany for Greta. And she'll get set 2 started. Pops it right down the line. Good ball. Watson pushed outside to Knutson. Big swing. Blocked by Varez, but covered. Right side swing. Boy, that's a good swing there. Asiata gets the swing. Really good set there to go away from Knutson. Iowa block was really pushed over to the left. The non-setter pushed it over to the right side to get Asiata an open swing. 1-0 Trailblazers. Laufiso to serve. She pops it right down the line. Moisio, good ball to Amaral. Stojanovic up high. Fisted over. Pushed over now with 2 hands. Varez takes it. Amaral right side, or I'm sorry, left side to Warden. Misses wide. (2-0) Trailblazers. Laufiso knocks it over. Good ball again. Moisio, good pass. Amaral across to Warden. High off the block. Dug up by Laufiso. Right side swing, Asiata through the block and scores. Quick field goal for Utah Tech. It's 3-0. Laufiso again floats this one. Warden takes it. Amaral pushes it over. That ball was not down. Asiata gets it. Moisio, Amaral, Stojanovic. Great defense from Utah Tech again. Making Iowa win the point 2-3 times. Really well done there. But Stojanovic gets it. It's 3-1. Moisio to serve. She had the run at the end of the first set to stretch the lead for Iowa. She goes cross this time. Knutson uses hands. Asiata off the tape. Dug by Amaral. Varez takes it. Warden rolls. Pushed back over. And she just catches the line. Boy, another smart play. The risk you run there, though, is when you push it with 2 hands like that, that's the only way you can get called for a double now, is by pushing the ball over the net with 2. Setter does a nice job, though, pushes it into the corner, 4-1. Third kill for Rose. She's tied for the lead. She's a back row setter that only plays half the time. Warden uses hands. Great ball to Amaral. Right side to Varez. She scores. Watson slow, but I think she's all right. (4-2) Utah Tech. Hawks will probably go at Watson again. They've been working her now. They do not. They sail the serve long instead. It was going at Laufiso anyway. I'm not sure that's where you wanted it to be. So Trainer's back in. Knutson back to the service line. 5-2 Utah Tech. Knutson, good serve there. Amaral chases it down. Warden off the net. Sails it long. Boy, Alyssa has been kill or air. 14 swings, 10 points have ended on her swing. Unfortunately, it's too balanced. You'd like that to be a much higher percentage of finishes. Because I think there's actually another error in there that she doesn't have yet. Knutson, good ball. Marquardt, decent pass. Whittingstall knocks it over. Boy, the Hawks got a hand on that, but no call on the back row setter. Warden pushes it right at Knutson. Right side swing, dug up. Amaral takes a swing. She's blocked, but it goes wide. 6-3, Iowa trails here in the second. Van Zant comes back in. Schleister leaves. And Warden to serve. Warden, good serve, bad pass. Ace serve as Iowa got it into Laufiso and got it deep into that corner. Has really tried to bail out with Trainer as she does not want to touch it right now. Iowa trying to find her. And they're hiding her short left right now, kind of in the 4-5 seam. Iowa goes to a different spot. Knutson uses hands, good ball. And a good kill there. That was Longi. She's got a serve, so Snow not in this set in the middle. So Longi to serve. 7-4 Trailblazers. Sails it long. 7-5. Longi now will leave. Laufiso will come back in. Whittingstall to serve for the Hawks. Whittingstall, strong serve, but a great pass from Knutson. Right side swings blocked, covered up. Knutson steps in, good push, back to the right again, blocked again. And unfortunately it popped right up over Sashka's head, but she didn't see it. Fell down in front of her, 8-5. Asiata and Rowe will come back in. And that will put Rowe back to serve. 8-5 Utah Tech. A lot of low bounces, tosses it and comes forward. Good serve at Marquardt, good pass to Amaral, slide to Stojanovic off the block and scores. Sashka's got 3. Vares back in, Amaral to serve. Utah Tech still by 2 here in the second. Iowa took the first 25-18. Laufiso, good pass. That's that front, call it a bingo, I think, was the front set. Still 1 foot for the middle, but right in front of the setter. Freed gets the kill, 9-6. Watson now in for Trainer, she'll serve. Ooh, that ball was out. Warden played it. Amaral to Vares, high off the block, dug up by Watson. Pushed across to Knutson, she tips. Hawks get it in the air. Knutson hammers it home on the overpass. 10-6. Knutson's 4th. Just a little cleanup. In-house DJ probably needs to stop. And he does. 10-6. Watson to serve. Good serve at Warden. Middle to Stojanovic. Good tip, but pancaked up. Knutson, good sharp cross. Vares gets the dig. Vares gets the swing. Blows up Rowe. Knutson out of system. And she hammers it inside the block. That was really good. Hawks had a double block set up outside. Knutson goes inside the Stojanovic block. It's 11-6. Coach Barnes will use his first time out of the match. Knutson heating up. Iowa does not want to see that. She definitely packs a wallop when she gets going. Stop by and see what everyone's talking about at Watermill Kitchen and Bar, voted the 2025 Best New Restaurant by the Corridor Business Journal. This modern Midwestern restaurant, located in the heart of the Iowa River Landing, features chef-inspired takes on all your favorite dishes with amazing daily specials, unique cocktails, and monthly events. 11-6 Utah Tech here in the second. Iowa football heads to halftime with Albany leading 17-7. Mark Granowski touchdown pass to Wheatgen. Gets Iowa on the touchdown board after the Williams touchdown run earlier. Drew Stevens had kicked a field goal. Iowa finding their way, defense playing reasonably well. We like to see a little bit more of a shutdown. I mentioned some other matches. Rutgers leads Liberty 2-1. Michigan State finished off a sweep of Merrimack. Minnesota finished the sweep of Ball State. We're 11-6 here in the second. Iowa up 1-0. Watson knocks it at Warden. Overpass. Just pushed over, though. Van Zant. Dug up by Watson. Knutson again. Another super sharp cross. And she goes hard thumb down. That's 4-4. That is an outstanding shot. We saw Sarah Franklin from Wisconsin who could hit that with power. Watson again. Picking on Warden. Vares from the right. Whiffs on the set. It's 13-6. And Iowa out of sorts. Watson again. Gets into Warden's chest. Amaral outside off the net to Van Zant. She's blocked. The triple sets up because of the bad first pass. Amaral will leave. And Jenna Meitzler will come in. A bit of shake-up of the system here. But it starts with the first pass. Alyssa hasn't given a dime. She's getting picked on here a little bit. See if she can recover here and get the offense started that way. Watson goes at her again. Meitzler, Van Zant from the good diving play from Moisio to cover. Warden from the back row will roll it over, uses the setter. Knutson steps in, goes sharp cross, Vares overpass. Dumped over, Stojanovic was there and ready. Knutson tips high, Meitzler's there, Moisio steps in, Van Zant from the right rolls, slapped up and scores. Good heads up play from Freed, but she just couldn't control the tip, but she was aware. That was a great play. Hawks stopped the large run. It's now 14-7. Van Zant. Good serve. Oh. Laufiso just completely whiffed. 14-8. Ace serve. Van Zant right down the line. Good ball. Knutson off the net, out of system. Van Zant can't get there. Boy, that's one Iowa's got to have. You see the roll coming. Just can't get there. Knutson gets the kill. 15-8 Utah Tech. Schleister back in, Van Zant to the bench. Laufiso to serve. She pops it at Warden, and again, bad pass. She'll get a swing though, hits it off a head, and that'll be Iowa's point. Off a forehead, it ricochets up and hits a light, which is still swaying back and forth. Alyssa took out some frustration there on some passing issues. 15-9. Moisio to serve. Good serve. Knutson, not a great pass. She pushes it over with two hands. Man, her toolbox has 4 shelves, 3 drawers, and a hidden compartment. As she's found a lot of ways to make kills now. She's getting hot all of a sudden. 7 kills now, hitting 190 on the match. Utah Tech hitting 500 in this set. Waters to serve, 16-9. Schleister, bad pass. Warden, good sharp cut. Fights through, they get the dig, pushed over with 2 hands. Schleister, Whittingstall. That ball looked touched, no call. And no real complaints from the Hawkeye bench. 17-9 on the Whittingstall error. Iowa not passing well enough to use middles. That's unusual. Good pass there from Schleister outside of Warden. And she's blocked straight down. That ball was tight. And Iowa in trouble here in set 2. It's 18-9. Coach Barnes will use his second timeout. Longy and Reese with the heavy block. Put Iowa in trouble here in set 2. We've got screamers. Working together is how you win. That's why Mid-American Energy's roster of wind, solar, and other energy sources work together to keep your service safe and reliable 24/7. Learn more at midamericanenergy.com. 18-9, Utah Tech doubling up the Hawks here in the second. Iowa 6 kills and 6 errors. Utah Tech 11 kills, no errors on 21 tries here in the second set. And it's really been a little bit of the Kennedy Knutson show. I don't think I can find her breakdown set by set, but she has been spectacular here in set 2. Just 2.5 blocks for Utah Tech as they had the 1 triple that they set up. But 11 kills. And we come out of this timeout, Utah Tech in charge, 18-9. Waters, Warden, right side to Varez. I don't think that got over, but Hawks will catch a break. Warden rolls it into the block. And that'll be it for Alyssa Warden. Gabby Deary will come in for her. 19-9. Waters again. Good ball from Schleister. Varez from the right, high off the head, but good dig from Watson. Knutson rolls it over. Meitzler, good ball. Moisio, right side to Varez. Sharp cross, that ball's an overpass and out. Give Varez the kill. She's got 5 now. 19-10. I love the way Coach Hafoka just described it. Don't shy away, absorb. It's a braver person than me that can absorb some of those. Deary with the dig. Meitzler out to Deary. Her first swing's blocked. Meitzler, great cover. Deary will get another try. Off the block. Good one-handed up. Knutson, but she's dug up. Deary. Good dig from Watson. Left side swing, dug by Moisio. Meitzler fights through traffic. Deary tips. Dug up easy. Pushed out. on the right for Knutson, and another fantastic tip. She just times it perfectly over the block. Give her 9 now. It's 20-10. Good news for Iowa. She's breathing heavy, and she's in the back row now to serve. Bad news is she's gotten a lot of balls for the last couple of years, so this is nothing new. Off the tape, good play from Marquardt. Hawks get that knot up in the air. That'll be an ace serve, the first of the match. As she gets the bleeder off the tape, it's 21-10. Knutson gets the green light, comes forward and fires. That one's in the net. Doesn't bleed over the tape. 21-11. Van Zant into the front row. Gabby Deary to serve. Interesting to see if she stays in after this or if somebody DS's for her. Bad pass from Knutson. Right side swing from Reese. Dug up, but out of the back. Give Reese the kill. 22-11. Coach Barnes asking how many timeouts he has. The answer is going to be none. Longy now to serve. This set's been all Trailblazer. Another service error from Longy. 22-12. Hasn't hurt him a bit though. 6 errors, was 1 ace, but they haven't had the aces, but they've kept Iowa out of system. Whittingstall to serve. She pops it over. Knutson, not a great pass. Reese tips. Meitzler takes it. Marquardt. Van Zant blocked. Holy cow. Freed and Reese with the block, 23-12. Iowa hitters are going to need to find something a little different. Nine blocks now for the Trailblazers. Row to serve, 23-12. Row right down the line. Marquardt off the net to Meitzler. Van Zant goes sharp cross. Chase down, and this is going to get platformed over. Moisio outside to Van Zant. Scores. But again, another episode of Iowa having to win the point twice just from the hustle of the Trailblazers. There. Rec League volleyball, when I grew up, there's 8 of them out there. There's just a Trailblazer everywhere. 23-13, Meitzler to serve. Pops it over. Good ball from Laufisa. Stojanovic, Vares. Vares called for a double as she tried to punch it over. The only way you get called for a double is if it goes across the net. And there are far too many set points for the Trailblazers right now at 24-13. Watson in to serve. Moisio, decent pass to Meitzler. Van Zant from the right scores. Chardet's got 4. And she'll go back to serve. See if Iowa can find some momentum here at least. Van Zant. Good pass from Watson. Knutson goes sharp cross and scores. She's in double figures now, and this match is tied at a set apiece. Iowa took the first 25-18. It was all Trailblazers in set 2, 25-14. So we've got the longer halftime break. I'll probably take, let's call it 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Tied at a set apiece. I'm John Evans. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield. Welcome back to Hawkeye Volleyball. I'm John Evans. We're tied at a set apiece here at Cox Pavilion on the campus of the UNLV Rebels. Iowa taking on Utah Tech today from the WAC conference. And you saw the WAC preseason player of the year, Kennedy Knutson, on fire there in set 2. She's up to 10 kills now. It's just 3 errors, hitting .269. She has 26 swings today. The next most on the team is 8. So they are going at her. She also has 6 digs, 4 blocks, 2 assists, and a service ace. So filling up the stat sheet for the Trailblazers. Iowa led by Alyssa Warden. She has 7 kills. Carmel Varez with 5. Sharday Van Zant with 4. Hannah Whittingstall with 3. Sashka Stojanovic with 3. Problem for Iowa, a lot of blocks. 9 blocks for Utah Tech through 2 sets. So the Iowa offense is going to need to find something just a little different. And really, the Iowa defense is going to have to turn up a little bit more as well. Utah Tech, 15 swings in the second set. 30 swings in the second set, 15 kills. So hit 500 in set 2. Not a hitting error at all. And Iowa couldn't find a block there in set 2. So have to get those blocks sealed and do a little bit better job. Knutson did a very nice job of varying her shot selection and gave Iowa fits that way. Rutgers and Liberty heading to a 5th set. Washington and Colorado State will play. Actually, first serve should be right about now. Kind of a mixed start for the Big Ten. They've had some strong performances and they've had some things they're probably not quite as happy with. Iowa rolls back to their regular starting lineup, or the starting lineup they've had so far. Again, special thanks to Quickstar, proud to be the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye Volleyball. Find the nearest location at quickstar.com. Amaral back in, Warden back in for the Hawks. Looks like the same starting lineup for the Trailblazers as well. Watson to serve, as we're tied at a set apiece. Goes at Warden, good ball there. Amaral, right side to Varez, and she scores. Nice job there from Claire. She was coming to the left side of the court. She pushed it all the way back to the right. So she's able to keep the block off balance a little bit. I love Coach Yale. Making sure they're lined up correctly on the Trailblazers side. He's going to argue loudly here for an out of rotation here in a second. Moisio knocks it right off the tape. Good heads-up play there from Freed. Knutson tips it, and the Hawks will have to just high platform it over. Watson, right side, inside. Amaral pushes it over, good play. Knutson, blocked, covered. Whittingstall, though, just slaps it over. Dumped over, Hawks get it in the air. Good ball from Whittingstall. Warden rolls it, dug by Watson. Right side swing. Boy, Hawks didn't get the block close there. Asiata with the kill. Hawks get a yellow card. Coach Yale gets a yellow card, as he's angry that Utah Tech is out of rotation on that serve. Laufiso to serve. Good ball from Schleister. Middle attack, Whittingstall. That ball's deep, but it's going to be in play here. Again, an amazing dig. Laufiso, high platform. Schleister, Amaral, Varez. But just another example. Utah Tech making Iowa win the point again after they'd already won it. Coach Yale is hot. Not kind of hot, hot. Not lukewarm. Marquardt to serve, 2-1 Iowa in the third. Knutson, bad pass. She'll get a swing though. Tips, Marquardt's there. Tight ball for Amaral. Overpass, Amaral tips it. Oh man, that ball was down, and we're waiting to call that. Give Amaral the kill. Good heads up play there. 3-1 Iowa. It's the first adversity Iowa's faced this year, so see how the team responds. Marquardt with a floater. Uses the middle actually. Right side Asiata. Again, Whittingstall late on the block. Ends up just dragging it down on her own side. 3-2. Waters to serve. 3-2. Waters finally comes forward, pops it right down the line at Marquardt. Amaral slams it down. Ball's right on top. Paul's right on top of the net. Longi was there, but Amaral pushed it around her. 4-2. Warden to serve, Van Zant back in. Good serve from Melissa. Bad pass from Watson, right side, Knutson. She's blocked. There the Iowa block turned up. Van Zant and Whittingstall get the block, 5-2. Maybe break the spell that Knutson had going there. Warden again. Bad pass from Watson. Outside, dug by Moisio. Amaral fights through traffic. Charday with a good swing, but dug up. Right side or left side, good push. Marquardt. Marquardt put it right on top of the net. Amaral pushed it into the block. She scores 6-2 on the Amaral kill. Warden again, right in front of the Hawkeye bench. Sends it cross court at Knutson. All the way across to Knutson. Dug by Moisio, but passed over to the other side. Hawks are there, Marquardt. Whittingstall on the slide. Scores. Hawks on fire here a little bit. It's 7-2. Taylor Snow's going to now come back in for Longi. Warden goes at Watson. Great pass this time. Pushed out of bounds by Knutson as she went into the toolbox and missed. It's 8-2. A little surprised we haven't seen a timeout yet. Warden takes a deep breath. Pops it over again. Got into Watson. Bad pass. They're out of system. That should go as an ace. It's 9-2. Warden with the ace. And Iowa leads 9-2 here in the third, tied at a set apiece. John Deere loves to see the Hawkeyes do their thing because if anyone can appreciate building a legacy, it's Deere. They've been growing their winning team since 1837. So whether you're cultivating the earth with a tractor or reshaping it with a 40-ton excavator, nothing runs like a Deere. 9-2 Iowa here in set 3. Iowa took the first 25-18. Utah Tech storms back, takes the second 25-14 to even us up at a set apiece. Iowa on fire here in the early going. the football Hawkeyes, 17-7 early in the third quarter on a bit of a drive. As we come out of the timeout, 9-2 Hawks. A 6-0 run so far. Warden to serve again. She's been picking on Watson there in the back. This time goes at Laufiso. Pushed across to, oh boy, pushed it across to Reese. And it's blocked by Amaral and Whittingstall. It's 10-2. Watson. Middle is blocked, but give the kill to Snow. That was pure power there as she bashed it off Whittingstall and Van Zandt over the sideline, 10-3. First kill for Snow. Knutson now back to serve. Warden, good ball, middle of the floor. Amaral slide to Whittingstall. Hawkeyes are going to challenge. Hawks will challenge that the ball was in. I always thought before that the system was you took a challenge and then it didn't matter. They just took the challenge and they reviewed the point. Now it seems like, with at least with this down ref, they're very particular about what are you challenging. Now the good news for Iowa is last time they challenged it, they won, so Coach Barnes still has two. See how that works out in the end. Are you looking to live it up? Riverside Casino Resort and Golf Resort has endless excitement just 20 minutes away. Make your getaway unforgettable. Visit riversidecasinoandresort.com. You know, when you're in Las Vegas, there's a whole lot of things that are 20 minutes away. Less than 20 minutes away even. I might be able to moonwalk to some of these things that are 20 minutes away. So after the Whittingstall error, it's 10-4. Whatever we've decided quickly, and we're coming back. I don't think this is going to be good for Iowa. It's not. She's coming to the Iowa side and pointing the other way. So it was very close, but so Iowa will have one challenge remaining here as we're in set 3. Knutson to serve. Runs forward and rips it. Good ball from Warden. Slide again to Whittingstall. Misses wide again. 10-5. Boy, you had the momentum here. Don't give it back with a couple of unforced errors, especially that one. That one's in system and perfect. Knutson. Good ball from Warden again. Van Zandt this time, boy, outside, sharp cross, dug up. That ball's tight to the net. Hawks block it, but covered up. Knutson from the back row. Good roll, and that'll hit the floor. Boy, looked like Iowa even knew it was coming and still didn't get there. 3 straight for the Trailblazers, 4 straight for the Trailblazers, 10-6. Knutson's been a little hit and miss with the serve. She's put a couple in the net. Iowa could use one of those right now. Or over the end line. Frankly, either one works just fine from an Iowa perspective. Get her off the line. Even though Iowa had returned the serve reasonably well, just hadn't done anything with it. 11-6, Whittingstall to serve. Hannah knocks it over. Knutson overpass, Van Zandt scores. Van Zandt with 5 now, it's 12-6. See See if Iowa can hit the gas again here in set 3. Good strong serve, good pass that time. Middle attack, Snow tips. Amaral takes it. Van Zandt off the net, blocked. I know that was one of the things Iowa talked about was out of system, you needed to keep the ball off the net. Problem is that block is set up on a solid wall, and Iowa's got to just do something a little different. That sharp cross, that 4-to-4 works, but anything in that seam, Utah Tech's closed it up. Snow serves it over at Marquardt. Good ball. Amaral middle of the floor. Stojanovic gets the kill. 13-7. Sashka with 4. Varez back in. Amaral to the back row. Utah Tech basically retrieving with 2 here. Knutson takes it. Right side. Warden overpass. And sent back to the Iowa side by Freed. So Rowe into serve and set. 13-8 Iowa. Asiata back in to play the front row as well. Rowe pops it down the line at Warden. Tough pass to Amaral. Varez from off the net. She's dug up by Knutson. Chased down. Trainer off the block. Amaral gets it. Moisio. Varez through the block and scores. Nice job from Carmel. 14-8. Varez has 8 now. She leads the Hawkeyes. Van Zandt to serve. Warden back in the front row. Van Zandt right down the line. Laufisa with the dig. Knutson from the back row, misses long. 15-8. Van Zandt again. Hops forward, fires a good sharp cross. It gets into Knutson. Out of system swing. Amaral takes it. Moisio platforms it behind her to Warden. It's too tight. She wipes it off the block. And boy, that's, again, John Leo and I were talking about this before. That's going to go as a hitting error on Alyssa Warden, and there's nothing she can do with that ball. That's a bad set from Moisio. And she's just dead in the water. 15-9. Watson to serve. Warden, great ball to Amaral. Middle to Stojanovic, scores. 16-9. And yes, I'm biased. I'm the dad of an outside hitter. Gronowski touchdown for the Hawks. 24-7 if the extra point's good. Moisio to serve. 16-9 Hawks here in the third. Moisio floats it down the line at Watson. Middle attack coming. Good dig from Amaral. Varez platforms it across to Warden. That's a good ball, but she's blocked. Asiata and Freed with the block. Iowa might want to try line. Something different. The crosses are not working, so try lines. See if you go somewhere a little bit different, a little different spot. Laufiso to serve. She pops it down the line. Schleister overpass. And actually, Amaral would have been better off to let it go. Instead, she tries to play it. As she touches it then, it ends up on the Utah Tech side, and it's a back row setter, 16-11. Good hands there. Right side to Varez. Into the net. Never got over the net. Referees caught that one. 16-12. Malfiso, great serve. Schleister, bad pass. Varez inside the court, scores. Marquardt in, Varez to the bench. 17-12 Iowa. The lead's 5, but it doesn't feel that big. Marquardt to serve. Jamie right down the line. Goes at Knutson, right side. That ball catches the back line. Asiata scores. 17-13. Waters now back in. She'll serve and set. That brings Sydney Reese back into the front row. She's 6'3", tall right side hitter. Waters fires it down the line. Marquardt, Amaral, Warden. Off the block but out of bounds. And that's what I was talking about. You switch your angle. Instead of trying to go sharp cross, if you go off the line, make sure that blocker's paying attention. Use that hand, tool it off the block. It is solid and strong, but you can bounce it out of bounds that way. 18-13 on the Warden kill. She has 8. Warden goes long cross to Watson. Middle attack. Blocked by Whittingstall. One-on-one on Taylor Snow. 19-13. Whittingstall now with 6 blocks. Warden fires cross again. Not a great pass from Watson. Reese from the left. She's blocked, and it lands in. Give that to Emerald and Whittingstall. 20-13. Still waiting for a timeout, not getting it. Whittingstall now with 7. Off the tape, diving play from Watson. Reese gets the kill that time as it sailed off the hands and out of bounds. Knutson now to serve. 20-14. Iowa leads here in the third. Winner gets a 2-1 lead in sets. Knutson runs it forward. Marquardt, great ball, middle of the floor. Amaral out to Van Zandt. Not a great set, though. And it has to be platformed over, though. Marquardt, Amaral! Right on top of the net. Amaral now with 5, 21-14. Whittingstall now to serve. Hannah sails it long. She's got a good top spin, just couldn't get enough bite on that one. Laufiso ducked at the last second, sailed over her head, 21-15. Just the 4th service error for the Hawks. They do have 4 aces, so certainly live with that ratio. Taylor Snow now to serve. Marquardt, decent pass. Slide to Stojanovic. She pushes and scores. Takes advantage of the middle play in the back row. 22-15. Varez back in. Marquardt leaves. Amaral to set. Well, of course Amaral will set, but now she's actually going to serve. Amaral knocks it down the line. That was probably out, but Knutson plays it. Right side for Reese. Dug by Warden. Amaral chases it down. Stojanovic, good sharp move there. As she hits it around Freed. Goes into that 4-5 seam and scores, 23-15. Coach Afoka not using her second timeout. There's a strategy here, I'm sure. Amaral fires it cross. Laufiso, decent pass. Outside. That ball came over. And that ball goes wide on the swing from Reese. And we're going to get a challenge as Reese took the overpass. Hawks don't think, of course, at this point, why don't you say, yeah, I touched it, but nobody's going to say they touched it, so everybody denies it. We'll see what happens. Hawkeye Nation, get your black and gold at Shields. We've got everything you need to get game day ready. Visit Shields, located in Iowa City, Des Moines, Cedar Falls, and Sioux City. So as it stands, it's 24-15 Iowa here in set 3. We're tied at a set apiece. Knutson must not like that side of the gym because she was much better on this side when she came over here, so Iowa will have to survive her in the 4th set. Again, it's early in the season. She's asked to do a lot. She has 34 swings. Reese now up to 17, so at least somebody has half as many as she has. But 11 kills, 2 assists, and an ace, 7 digs, and 4 blocks for Knutson. Varez leads the Hawks with 9 kills, Warden with 8. Stojanovic now up to 7. Great day for her, career high after a tough day yesterday. Ball is ruled out, so one challenge left for Coach Hafoka. And the Hawks have plenty of set points as well. 24-15. Amaral looking to finish it up. Claire gets the go-ahead. Couple of hops, fires. Laufisa, not a great pass. Reese from the right rolls it over. Moisio. Varez, oh my. Carmel Varez finishes it up with a hammer down the line. And the Hawks respond well to getting thrashed in the second, 25-14. They win their own 25-15, and Iowa leads 2-1. 3-minute break, we'll take 90 seconds. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield. Welcome back to Cox Pavilion on the campus of UNLV Rebels. Iowa leads 2-1. I'm John Evans. As they've switched sides now, Utah Tech in front of us. Kennedy Knutson's got her Theragun out, working her hip and thighs. She's gotten a workout, plenty of swings for the preseason Conference Player of the Year from the WAC. Again, thank you to Quickstar. They're proud to be the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye Volleyball. Find the nearest location at quickstar.com. So Iowa leads 2-1, took the first and the third. Utah Tech dominated the second. Carmel Varez, the freshman from Estonia, leads the Hawks, 10 kills on 21 swings. She's also got 5 digs. Alyssa Warden, 8 kills, 3 digs, a couple aces. More errors than she'd like. Saskia Stojanovic, though, give her a career day in her second match as a Hawkeye. She has 7 kills on 11 swings, throw in a block as well. Amaral and Van Zandt each have 5 kills. Whittingstall with 4. Iowa found a way to get creative and score some points there and really turned up the defense. In set 2, Utah Tech, 15 kills, no errors. In set 3, Utah Tech 7 kills, 7 errors. So Iowa really found a defensive answer there. And Utah Tech kind of went away from Knutson a little bit. See if they go back to her now as we get to this side. Same starting lineups that we've had. Colorado State took the first set from Washington in the only other Big Ten match going. Schleister to serve for the Hawks. 2-1 here. We start the fourth. Greta pops it forward, knocks it down the line. Good ball, good pass. Right side, Asiata tips. Somebody's in the net. Asiata was under the net. She gets called for it. Well, you hate to see those because you just worry about somebody getting hurt. Alyssa and Sashka both okay. And a good show of sportsmanship there from Asiata as she made sure that both the Hawkeyes knew she didn't mean anything by it. Schleister right down the line again. Another good ball. Knutson. Off, looked like off Sashka's head. And we're tied at 1. Knutson with 12 now. She leads all hitters. Laufiso to serve. She pops it over. Moisio. Schleister uses hands. Warden off the block. Actually not off the block, off the tape. So a 10th hitting error for Alyssa. It's 2-1 Utah Tech. Well, I hope we don't replay the second set. This side's been very dominant so far. The side right in front of us. Laufiso right down the line. Warden uses hands. Right side to Vares. And off the Watson's platform and scores, tied at 2. Carmel has 11 now. Moisio to serve. See if she can give the Hawkeyes some space and breathing room here. Whittingstall back into the front row. Moisio goes with the soft float, but a good pass from Watson. Knutson tips. Warden with one hand. Moisio to Vares. She uses two hands to push it. Asiata. Kennedy tips it. Dug up. Boy, Amaral platforms it perfectly. Whittingstall and Vares stare at each other. So give Knutson the kill. 3-2 now. And so that'll bring Waters back in to serve. Good serve. Schleister, decent pass. Right side to Vares. Boy, and she brings it home. Tied at 3. Marquardt in to serve. I don't have great hearing with the headphones on, but I really want to mic up Coach Hafoka too. Marquardt right down the line. Good pass from Watson. Middle attack. Blocked. Hannah Whittingstall blocks Taylor Snow. Whittingstall now with 8, and the Hawks retake the lead 4-3. I mean, you have to set somewhere else if you're Utah Tech, but it's hard to go away from Knutson. Marquardt, good sharp cross. Uses Knutson, right side swing for her, and she hits it over the antenna. 5-3 Iowa. Making Knutson use a variety of shots again. That's how she got hot in the second set, but it's also the way to keep her from just hammering one down. Marquardt, great serve, got into Watson's chest. Right side for Reese, and that's a great swing and a great set. Knutson puts a good ball from the right side all the way across. Reese gets her 4th kill, 5-4 Iowa. Knutson Marquardt, great ball to Amaral. Slide to Whittingstall, she tips. That ball is down. Amaral hits it, and nobody found it. That one found the floor. I have not been impressed with the calling the ball down. 6-4, Amaral with the kill. She's up to 6. Warden serves it hard cross. That ball shoved into the block but dug up. Reese is blocked, falls back onto the. That ball's chopped across. Moisio. Warden from the back row. Good roll. She's dug up by Knutson. Reese sails it out of bounds. No touch. 7-4. I've got a new hitter in for Utah Tech, and Ponytail's covering up her number, so I haven't been able to identify her yet. I think it's Harrison. She's in now for Trainer, number 8. She'll get an outside swing. That's a good swing there from her, and she'll get the kill. 7-5 Iowa. Snow back to serve. Snow fires it across. Amaral pushed it out to Van Zant. Blocked and down. That's Reese and Freed. Ball's a little tight again, but 7-6. Snow sails that well over the inline. 8-6. 8th service error of the match for the Trailblazers. Whittingstall now to serve. See if Hannah can go on a little run. She's got a power serve. She's been taking something off of it. Knutson, decent ball. Pushed all the way back to the right. Behind Reese and out. Good idea. She tried to go right down the line. But Reese, 4 kills, 6 errors. This is the time when Iowa can push ahead with Knutson in the back row. Whittingstall goes with full float. Uses the middle, goes outside this time. Blocked and in. Harrison's blocked by Amaral and Stojanovic. 10-6 Iowa. See which Whittingstall goes with now. A little sharper serve. Knutson, not a great pass this time. Reese, strong swing. She's got power. You've seen it. It's just that consistency to keep it in the court. 10-7. Marley Rowe and Asiata back in. 10-7 Iowa leads. 2-1 Iowa leads. Rowe. Marquardt uses hands. Amaral chases it down. Van Zant tried to take something off of it because the set was a little behind her, but still hit it high and out, a little looper. 10-8. Stojanovic has 7 kills on 11 swings. Make a good pass and find her. Rowe off the tape. Stojanovic with a dig, and Amaral misses wide. Smart play from Stojanovic to see it off the tape. Not a bad move from Amaral with the defense out of sorts. But you have to hit the court. 10-9. It's Claire's second hitting error on 6 kills. Rowe floats this one. Stojanovic again. Great ball from Sashka, and she's blocked. Read the slide beautifully. We're tied at 10. I like seeing her right in front instead of the slide. Tied at 10, Iowa takes a timeout. Harrison gets a piece of that block. Hawkeye fans, satisfy your sweet tooth on game days with Crumble. Fresh and delicious desserts now available at Kinnick Stadium. From timeless classics to new weekly flavors, grab yours at Krause Family Plaza or stop by their new Coralville location. Crumble, bringing game day to the next level, one cookie at a time. So all of a sudden we're tied at 10 here. Iowa felt like they had a chance to maybe put this away and finish it up instead. And for a little bit bigger fight here as we keep going along. Iowa 3 kills, 5 errors this set. Utah Tech 5 kills, 6 errors this set. So we're finding out that maybe early season everybody's conditioning's not great yet. Volleyball getting a little sloppier here in the set. 14 blocks overall for Utah Tech, 10 for the Hawks. Iowa 42 kills, hitting 126. Utah Tech 35 kills, hitting 136. 47 digs for Iowa, 36 for the Trailblazers. And we're out of the timeout here, tied at 10. Iowa leads 2-1. We haven't had a close set yet, so not sure how either team will respond to that. And Marley Rowe to serve. Pops it Warden. Amaral. Van Zant, great tip. That ball slapped over to the Iowa side. Van Zant, no approach, blocked. Amaral. Marquardt. Van Zant again. That ball's in. Good spot. Charday having to work, but she gets it done there. 6 kills now for her. Iowa leads 11-10. Varez back in the front row. She's been Iowa's best today. Amaral pops it over. Lofiso, good ball. And that's hammered home. Harrison on the right side gets the kill. Tied at 11. Watson in now to play her back row. And that puts Knutson back in the front. Iowa really didn't take advantage of having Knutson in the back. Watson fires it down the line. Warden, great ball to Amaral. Stojanovic, that's a great dig, but can't control it well enough from Watson. Sashka has 8. Iowa leads 12-11. Charday to serve. Van Zant pops it over. Lofiso, good ball. Right side swing, Asiata. Tied at 12. Now Utah Tech moving the ball around just a little bit more, not settling on Knutson. Iowa is going to have to adjust to that. 12-all, Lofiso to serve. Moisio, great ball to Amaral. Stojanovic misses wide. Perfect set. Just missed the sideline. 13-12, Trailblazers have battled all the way back, now have the lead. Lofiso misses just out. There's some indecision on the floor as to whether to challenge or not. At that point, I don't blame the coach for saying no. I can't see that far over there. I want to mic you up, but I can't see over there. 13-all now. Moisio comes cross. Good ball from Knutson. Goes back out to her. Another great tip. Whittingstall. Varez off the block. Dug up by Watson. Right side. Asiata misses wide. 14-13. Iowa battles back. I'm old and I got cheaters, and you're expecting me to see the far sideline. Moisio to serve again. Down the line, Lofiso, not a great ball. Asiata gets a try, she tips. Moisio one hand, Whittingstall, Warden tight. What a swing, but what a dig from Lofiso. Amaral, Varez into the nets. Oh man. And that again is Utah Tech making Iowa win the point multiple times. That time Iowa couldn't do it, tied at 14. Drew Stevens, 55-yard field goal, 27-17 Iowa leads. 14 all here, 2-1 here. Waters to serve. Good ball from Schleister. Varez off the block and scores. 13 for Carmel. She leaves, Marquardt back in. Marquardt right in front of her bench. She's in the one spot here to serve. Goes off the tape. Good pass from Knutson. Outside Reese. Over the block. Great swing there. Marquardt was there. Only got one hand to it. 15 all. Reese now with 6. Harrison back in. Knutson to the back row. She looks worn out. Which I guess is good news for Iowa, but Utah Tech finding offense from other places now. Overpass. And Amaral can't win the joust. 16-15. Knutson. Good ball there from Marquardt. All the way across to Warden. Sharp cross misses. 17-15 Utah Tech. It's just been work for Alyssa today. Knutson takes a long time to get to the line now. Asked her to do a lot. Marquardt, great pass. Amaral, Whittingstall has to tip. Slap back over, Amaral's there. Moisio, Amaral off the block and scores. 17-16, good swing from Claire. The beauty of what she can do in transition. 7 kills for Claire. 17-16. See who can make a push here late. Warden, Lofiso, great ball, middle of the floor. Tight ball. Reese is blocked by Van Zant. Whittingstall might have been there. We're tied at 17. Good serve, Lofiso, tight ball. Outside of Harrison. That ball's off her shoulder, but covered. Pushed over. Moisio. Amaral. Boy, Snow was on it and ready, but couldn't get the block. Iowa retakes the lead, 18-17. Timeout, Coach Hafoka. Oak Knoll's mission is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through Life Care, a not-for-profit life plan community serving the Iowa City community for 58 years. Oak Knoll is conveniently located near the University of Iowa hospitals and clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, and downtown Iowa City. A proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Visit oakknoll.com to learn more. So good battle back for the Hawks on a 3-0 run, now lead 18-17. Varez has 13, Amaral and Stojanovic each have 8. Warden also has 8, but she's had to work hard for hers. She has 11 hitting errors on top of that. Charday and Hannah, so Van Zant and Whittingstall, 6 kills, 6 errors for Charday, 4 kills, 4 errors for Hannah. Where Hannah's really come up strong, 9 blocks for Whittingstall. I believe her career high is 10, so she's one off that. Amaral 14 digs, so she's just a couple of kills away from a triple-double. She also has 5 blocks. Warden now to serve. Hawks by 1. Harrison, not a good ball there. She'll get a swing at it though. High off the block, dug by Marquardt. Amaral dunks it over, but right to Waters. Reese finds a back seam there. Tied at 18. Snow back to serve. Claire was good at picking her spots yesterday. Maybe a little aggressive there. Snow knocks it over. Marquardt, good ball. Amaral, back row to Warden. Waters pushes it to Harrison. Blocked and out. Utah Tech retakes the lead, 19-18. Warden and Marquardt are going to get this ball. You can almost count on it. Snow at Marquardt. Bad pass. Hawks don't go for it. No. Hawks don't go for it. Amaral's got to go get that ball. She was right there. Stutter stepped. Warden stutter stepped. Now all of a sudden it's 20-18. Utah Tech trying to pull away here at the end of the 4th. When it comes to sports, look no further than the Iowa City Area Sports Commission. Throughout 2025, they will host 33 events, including local, national, and international events, plus 9 state championships held right here in Johnson County. Their efforts generated over $16 million in economic impact for the Iowa City area last year, all while enhancing the quality of life in the community. The Iowa City Area Sports Commission is a proud presenting sponsor of UI Women's Athletics. Learn more at wegotnext.org. So here we are here in the 4th, 20-18, Utah Tech. Iowa does lead 2-1, so they'd get a bit of a mulligan, but you'd probably prefer not to use it. Utah Tech's offense heated up just a little bit here. Iowa still 8 kills, 8 errors. Utah Tech 11 kills, 8 errors here in this set. Teams retake the floor. My guess is if this goes to a 5th, Knutson finds a well of energy to draw from. Snow on a 3-0 serving run. Floats it at Warden. Great ball to Amaral. Whittingstall on the slide. Scores. Self-preservation. That was a business decision from Taylor Snow. I don't blame her a bit. Whittingstall now to serve. Hawks still trail by 1. Can they push through here to tie? Good serve, good pass from Knutson. Right side's tight. Hawks punch it in the air. Marquardt gets it. Warden from the back. Knutson, good ball again. Middle attack, wiped at. Amaral gets it, pushes it out. Van Zandt inside the floor, rolls it. Little collision, a lot of traffic. Waters knocks it over. Whittingstall, Amaral scores! Claire's got 9. We're tied at 20. Whittingstall now for the lead. Off the tape. Diving play, right side from Reese. Hawk block was not pushed over, drug it down on the Hawkeye side. 8 now for Reese, 21-20 Utah Tech. And Marley Rowe in to serve, and she has been trouble for the Hawks at the service line. Rowe. Marquardt. Whittingstall, Amaral misses wide, no touch. She had to go try to tip that over as the ball was tight. 22-20. I don't blame her for attacking that one. Rowe again. Bad pass. Amaral chases it down. Van Zandt off the floor. Rowe, right side. Asiata tips. Uses Marquardt. Van Zandt, big swing, scores. Foreheads Marley Rowe, 22-21. Iowa still trails by 1. Amaral to serve. Varez back in. Claire punches it over. Lofiso dumps over. Amaral's there, but so is Freed as Amaral gets up before Stojanovic can, 23-21. Watson will serve after some cleanup. Freed with her 6th. She's done a nice job. 6 kills on 11 swings, just 1 error. Watson to serve. Right down the line. Warden, good ball. Amaral. Stojanovic with the kill. Sashka with 9. Hawks still trail by 1. Biggest point of the match right here. 23-22, Utah Tech. Charday, good ball. Watson off the net. Knutson tips. Might have been out. Amaral plays it. 24-22. It was close. I certainly don't blame her for playing it. Laufiso to serve. Set point Utah Tech. Iowa's going to have to fend off a couple here if they want to end it in 4. Knutson with 14 now. 40 swings for her. See if the Hawks have one pass to get the side out first, and then we'll work from there. Laufiso. Warden uses hands. Amaral right side to Varez. Block. No cover, and that'll do it. Knutson and Snow get the block, and we'll go 5. 25-22. Utah Tech takes the 4th. The 15th block of the match for the Trailblazers. And we'll have captains called to the middle, as there's a lot of UNLV fans that are not happy about this, as they're here ready for the next match. And instead, we're going to play a 5th set here. It's been great volleyball for the most part. Strong defense for both teams. And the clock starts here. We've got 3 minutes. I'm going to take 90 seconds. We'll be back. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield. Welcome back to Cox Pavilion. campus of the UNLV Rebels. I'm John Evans. We're headed to a 5th set. Iowa and Utah Tech battling it out, back and forth battle. Iowa Volleyball is sponsored by Quickstar. Quickstar is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye Volleyball. Find the nearest Quickstar location at quickstar.com. Carmel Varez leads the Hawks. She has 13 kills. Claire Emerald and Sashka Stojanovic 9 apiece. Alyssa Warden with 8. Sharday Van Zant with 7. Hannah Whittingstall with 5. Kennedy Knutson working her thigh over with the Theragun again. She's got 14. Sydney Reese with 8. Asiata 6. Freed with 6. Iowa only hitting 143 on the match. Trailblazers hitting 171. Iowa 55 digs, 43 for Utah Tech, but Utah Tech has 15 blocks to just 11 for the Hawks. So Iowa winning most of the statistical categories, but blocks keeping Utah Tech in it and very functional. And we will come out of the timeout, get ready here for set 5. Utah Tech will start in front of me on the right side of your radio dial. Iowa on the left side. And Utah Tech will serve to start. And it'll be Watson to serve. Just a reminder, I'm sure most everyone knows this, but we're only playing to 15 this time. Watson fires it down the line. Moisio, right side to Varez. She tips it. Good swing to keep it in. Knutson, dug by Moisio. Great ball, middle of the floor. Amaral out to Warden. Blocks late, scores. The Freed block was late that time, and that gave Warden a seam, and she's able to exploit it and score. Moisio now to serve for the Hawks. Good serve from Moisio. Right side of Asiata blocked. That was Warden and Whittingstall. Give Whittingstall, that's her 10th piece of a block. Career high, ties a career high for her, 2-0 Hawks. Moisio in the one spot, goes right down the line. Uses Knutson, middle attack. Hawks can't get the dig up. Freed with the kill. Good hands there for Whittingstall, just couldn't finish it off. Actually, they didn't give Whittingstall a part of that block. It was all Warden, they said, so Hannah Still will look to tie. Laufiso goes at Warden. Whittingstall middle of the floor. Varez blocked. Schleister was a little on her heels, didn't get the good quick cover, tied at 2. Laufiso. Bad pass. Asiata on the overpass from Schleister. 3-2 Utah Tech. Laufiso. Schleister, much better ball. Score from Whittingstall. Great set from Amaral, tied at 3. Varez leaves. Marquardt in, 3-all. Whittingstall with 6 now. Marquardt. Good serve, not a great pass from Watson. Knutson rolls it. Warden. Back to, That is a tough play to try to run a slide on. Connection time was off. That's where didn't have a back row option, so you had to go back to Warden, who wasn't in position, or you try to run the slide to Whittingstall, who couldn't get to position. The ball wasn't in a good spot. 4-3 Utah Tech. Waters to serve. Good flat serve. Schleister, good ball. Outside to Warden. Hits the antenna. Boy, Alyssa's just not having a great day. (5-3) Utah Tech. Fifth set, you can't make the two errors Iowa's made here. Schleister, good ball. Slide behind Whittingstall again. Reese takes it. Knutson tips off the block, but that'll go as a block. I think that ball was going to be out, but she covered it anyway. Couldn't handle it. 5-4. That was a hitting error on Knutson. She hasn't had many of those. Warden serves it over. It's a good one. Laufiso outside. Reese off the block, 6-4. Watson leaves, Harrison in. Knutson to serve. Warden, great ball to Amaral. Off the block. That's 4. Amaral's called in the net. So Amaral with the hitting error after all that. That was 4 contacts. Not called that way though. 7-4. Good ball there from Marquardt. Van Zandt dug up by Knutson. Dug back up from the Iowa side, but back over to Utah Tech. Harrison inside the court. Dug by Moisio. Amaral dumps this time and scores. So that's a triple-double for Claire. But I'm sure it'll be a little hollow if Iowa doesn't climb out of this 7-5 hole. Whittingstall now, big serve. Good serve, bad pass. Outside to Harrison, off the block, dug by Van Zandt. Amaral goes up strong. Sashka has to tip though. Harrison, dug by Marquardt. Van Zandt, touch called. You bet. Seven, 6. Whittingstall to serve. Hawks still trail by 1. Good serve, but a great pass. Right side from Reese. Dug by Marquardt. Whittingstall finds a platform. Van Zandt off the floor, rolls it. Snow outside to Harrison. Blocks late, but covered. A lot of traffic. Amaral dumps. Kennedy pushes it over with 2 hands. Amaral, Stojanovic. Amaral's blocked. No, net call on Utah Tech. You bet. Pushed into the net. And we're tied at 7. Timeout Utah Tech. Are we having some fun now? We'll played volleyball for 2 hours and 12 minutes, and we're going to race to 8. University of Iowa Healthcare is here for you no matter where you are in the state, changing medicine and changing lives for all of Iowa and beyond. Visit uihealthcare.org. Hank Brown, the backup quarterback, gets a touchdown for the Hawks. 34-7 now, Iowa on top. As Iowa win on opening day. Varez with 13. She's been quiet for quite a while. Amaral now 11 kills, 34 assists, 16 digs, and 6 blocks. She's hit .471. Teams break the huddle. We're tied at 7. Here in set 5. First team to find 8 points will leave here happy. Energy chew for Amaral, I think. Whittingstall now to serve. Hannah, good serve. Got into Harrison, bad pass. No hitters there. Push to the deep corner. Warden plays it. Amaral outside. Van Zant off the block. Scores. Iowa's got the lead. Are we changing sides? We will change sides. Big thanks to Quickstar, proud to be the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye Volleyball. Find the nearest Quickstar location at quickstar.com. 8-7 Iowa, as Iowa's ripped off 4 in a row here. Whittingstall now to serve again. Not sure what's taking so long on the changeover. Supposed to be quick here. Down ref still checking with the table. Life is good. Hannah Whittingstall to serve. 8-7 Iowa here in the 5th. Another good serve. Great pass from Knutson. Pushed outside. Blocked, but covered. Blocked, covered. Back row Knutson. Off the tape. Marquardt's there. Amaral. Oh, boy. That's what. Just relax. Let the game come to you a little bit. 8-8. Taylor Snow to serve. She's been good at the line. Marquardt, great pass. Outside to Van Zant. That ball's dug. That ball's played. Van Zant inside, throws it off the block, pushes it to the back corner. Snow takes it. Tipped over. Marquardt's there. Amaral pushes it back out to Van Zant. Rolls it off the block. Bad touch. Another bad touch, but they get away with it. Warden, tight ball. Amaral, low slide. That ball's a lift, not called. Warden, Amaral, Stojanovic. Sashka looks exhausted as she did not, that is not the vertical leap that gets her in the middle. 9-8 Iowa. Sashka with 10. Amaral to serve, Varez back in. Let's get her into the offense. Claire pops it over. Knutson, good ball, middle of the floor, right side to Reese. Dug by Amaral. Warden calls it off the net to Varez. Tipped, uses Reese, dumped over. Oh, and Sashka touched it and actually caused a problem. We're tied at 9. And Marley Rowe to serve. Iowa has not been able to get her off the service line quickly. 9-all here in the 5th. Rowe pops it at Warden. Amaral, Stojanovic. Beautiful pass, beautiful set. Strong finish from Stojanovic. Sashka with 11, Hawks 10. Trailblazer 9. Van Zant, good ball. Laufiso, good ball. Back row to Knutson. Moisio. Warden scores! Alyssa Warden off the fantastic dig from Mo Moisio. 11-9 Hawks. She has a timeout left. Will she use it? She should only have one. Now we're double checking. She's basically used a timeout now here by icing her anyway, and so she won't call it now. Let's play. What are we doing? Yeah, that's a better timeout than calling the timeout. Because now she still has the timeout and she didn't have to use it. Van Zant, Hawks by 2. Strong serve. Knutson, great ball. Push to the corner. Moisio's ready. Amaral. Stojanovic! It's 12-9. Now she'll use the timeout. Sashka on fire. She's got 12. Hawks by 3 here late in the 5th. What a match for any number of players for the Hawks. Vares been stuck on 13 for a while. Stojanovic now, though, up to 12. Amaral 11. Warden 10. Big one here, middle of the 5th set for her. Still fighting after a tough day. Van Zant with 7. Big service run here from her. Whittingstall with 6, but give her 10 blocks, which ties a career high. Kennedy Knutson still has 14 for Utah Tech. She had 10 through 2 sets. Iowa's done a nice job balancing her. Utah Tech has spread it out a little bit more. Iowa hitting .318 in this set. 12 points for the Hawks, 10 kills so far. So they've earned all the points they've gotten. Give it a couple of errors there. Both of those were blocks. So Iowa's had kills and blocks to finish up the set. They break the huddle ahead 12-9. Van Zant at the service line. Hawks looking to make dinner taste a little bit better. Charday with a big spin. She's posed and ready. She gets the go-ahead, comes forward and fires. Good strong serve. Knutson right on the net. Middle attack. Good swing there from Freed as she hit it off the hand of Stojanovic. 12-10. Watson to serve. You just need a side out. Get her off the line. Turn it back over. Iowa will be Schleister, Warden, and Moisio. It'll be Moisio, great ball to Amaral. Middle attack is a kill for Sashka Stojanovic. The redshirt freshman says hello. That was the one that Coach Barnes thought he was going to get yesterday. It just took her a day to get her feet. Moisio to serve. Floats it over. Bad pass, pushed outside. Knutson, dug by Moisio. Good block by Whittingstall. Warden's block, covered, that ball's up. Amaral tips over. Knutson. Sharp crosses wide. Hawks have match point. What defense there from the Hawks. We will get a challenge on that because why not? She's going to challenge the net call. All right. Whatever. You challenge whatever you can at this point. I don't blame her for using the challenge. You're down 14-10 or 13-11. There's a huge difference there. I think we're going to get Coach Barnes again after the match. He is right in front of me. I suppose it depends on how the next couple points go. At the table finishing up here. I also think, I'm going to try to find it here real quick, might be Claire's career high in digs as well. Claire Amaral, nope, she did have 22 back in 2023. Hawks get the point. She has 18 here tonight. And Milana Moisio will try to finish it off for the Hawks. 14-10 here in the 5th. Mo fires it down the line. Bad pass. Knutson. Sharp cross, catches the line. 14-11. Laufiso to serve. Hawks need one pass. Laufiso hops forward, fires it down the line. Schlichter, Amaral, winning stall! The Hawks win it. 15-11 in the 5th. What a battle. What a finish. That was outstanding. Both teams early season gave it their all. Wasn't always the prettiest volleyball, but in the end, it's enough to get it done. Coach Barnes gives a big exhale as the Hawks take it 25-18, lose 25-14, take it 25-15, lose 25-22, and win 15-11. And the Hawks head to the locker room. We'll try to grab Coach Barnes here before he heads that way, as he's congratulating some players, rightfully so. Coach Barnes. As he gets flagged down and he's able to come over. Can you breathe yet, Coach? Yeah, absolutely. Can you hear me?
Gotcha.
All right. You want to check your pulse first, make sure everything's okay? You need an Apple Watch. You got an Apple Watch. You pull up the heart rate monitor, see how you're doing.
We burned some calories that match for sure.
All right, well, let's we're going to start with kind of one of the places we ended yesterday. You and I were joking about it back at the hotel at Scout. How about Sashka? 13 kills, just 2 errors on 21 swings, throwing a couple blocks as well.
We needed it.
And got hot there at the end.
And credit Claire, she sensed that, they were getting hot and she started getting that ball. And we talk about winning the middle. We didn't do that in the other match. And we weren't really doing it in the sets we lost here. But the sets we won, Sashka got hot in the middle, and then even Hannah finished it off there. But credit Claire to find that, because it was such an emotional up and down game. We never really in a good rhythm. Credit them. They're a tough team, man. A big block.
Well, and you told me beforehand, this team, when you looked at their set, there were so many statistics that they brought back more than 80% of their production from last year. There were multiple times today where you had to win the points 2, 3, 4 times because their defense was very, very good for the most part.
Yeah, they weren't going to give us much, and that continuity they had really showed at big times, where ours, we got a little shaky, in big times. But we finished that 5th set because we were down, and it was 7-4. I remember Brian goes, "You ready for a timeout?" I go, "Nope." And we got the point, and from that point forward, we went forward and put it away. So really proud of the finish.
And how about Mo Moisio, another newcomer, 16 digs, 7 assists. But I thought really the defense there at the end, there were a couple of just absolutely perfect spots. And then not only did she make the dig, they were fantastic passes so that you could run offense back off of it.
Yeah, it was a quality of the dig off a really good hitter that's really blasting the ball. That's a conference all player of the year, and she was ripping it. And Mo really started controlling that, frustrating her. But it was what you said. We were able to transition offense off of it as well. And our left side really struggled today. And, hopefully they learned a lot about this. We told them you're going to be facing a big block. You're going to have to move the ball around. You just can't power through it. And I think they learned that lesson.
Well, and I think that was one of the things, too. We talked yesterday about how Claire maybe didn't force the offense. There were times where it felt like maybe she forced the offense today, but almost had to a little bit just to provide the threat to maybe keep the block in a different spot.
Right. And, and I was telling her, hey, just look for every opportunity because we got to get them unbalanced. And Claire struggled, when we really went down in that, what was it,
second
set with her location. Her hands, she's going like I'm, and she missed about 3 sets in a row, and that's when I'm going, well, let's just get them off and see if our bench can come in and give us some energy and to get the other girls to reset, and they did reset really well.
Well, that's why, I say that with Claire, that maybe she forced the offense. She hit 471. She had 11 kills, just 3 errors. She had another triple-double for you, Coach. 11 kills, 41 assists, 18 digs. She also had 6 blocks.
Yeah.
So, I think you mentioned that too. You as a team had 13 blocks. That Utah Tech block was pretty darn good.
Yes, it was really good. But my favorite thing of the match was after Claire came back in from being put on the bench, her reaction to coming back in. She just went off when she came in and really changed things. And we won that next set really because of how aggressive she was. So I'm glad the way she handled, being put on the bench.
Well, and I think you saw that a little bit from Alyssa, too. I know she had 10 kills, 12 errors. Obviously not the stat line she wants, but she had an assist. She had a couple aces. She had 7 digs. She kept doing the other stuff even when things weren't lined up perfectly for her.
Yeah, she passed well for us, too, but we got to have those left sides. We got to have them hitting over 200 for us, and, we just weren't very good out there today.
You had Carmel that really was good early. Kind of they started to fixate on her a little bit because they felt like they had the outside. So again, you saw a lot of new faces idea, I guess, would be the way to look at it.
Yeah, and she was going good there for a bit, and then they got her on some blocks, and that's what she's got to learn. She can't hit down whenever, she's got some other shots available to her. She hits the ball so hard. I'm going, if you just hit high, there's no stopping you. But she'll learn from it as well.
Yeah, that's kind of the nice part. But I'm going to let you go because you need to go celebrate this win just a little bit with the team. Congratulations, Coach. Good win.
Thank you, John.
Coach Jim Barnes of your Hawkeyes. Hawks battle through, find a way to get it done in 5. Again, 25-18 in the first, dropped the second 25-14, stormed back 25-15 in the third, lost the fourth 25-22, but then after falling behind early in the fifth, really came on strong and win the 5th set 15-11. And that will do it from Cox Pavilion tonight in Las Vegas. The Hawkeyes take care of business and win it in 5 to improve to 2-0 on the season. Tune in tomorrow for the finale of the Rebel Classic, where Iowa will try to become champions of the Rebel Classic at 4 o'clock Central Time when your Hawks finish that weekend against Cal State Bakersfield. Thanks for listening and have a wonderful evening. Go Hawks.